Tom Shadyac, the guy who knows of movies. He's made some great ones, Bruce Almighty and others, Jacob, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, Patch Adams, Accepted, Liar Liar, The Nutty Professor. Jacob, our executive producer, Tom, is one of your biggest fans, by the way, I got to tell you.
I love you, Jacob. Shout out from afar. Thank you.
Big smile on his face. You have a new movie out, I Am.
Yeah, you want to know what's super cool about the movie? You're in it.
I know. I'm honored to be in it, frankly. I had no idea that it would end up this good. You know, I mean, when I did the interview, I do a lot of those kind of things, and you just never know what's going to come out of it. And you produced, setting aside my role in it, you produced a brilliant piece of movie making here. It's opening.
Well, I appreciate it. It's opening in D.C. This weekend. Yeah, and we're in like 10 cities, and then expanding wide, hopefully. But Tom, you were really a central part of the film. You were the first interview we did. And that interview ended up really structuring the film. You identified something, the native philosophy called wetiko, which is a kind of mental illness that I didn't realize that I was participating in unaware. And it really, you've been helping me call into question many things in my life through your work, Last Hours of Ancient Sunlight, The Prophet's Way. But in that interview specifically, you really helped to craft this film. So, brother, you are as sexy a leading actor as I've ever had. So thank you. Thank you, man.
Me and Jim Carrey, right?
Jim and Eddie Murphy and Robin Williams, they're jealous, my brother.
I know. Somehow I doubt it. But you've produced a great movie. This is I believe we're on the air in a whole bunch of cities, you know, and oddly enough, Washington D.C. we're on the air here through Sirius and XM, but there's not a progressive radio station in D.C. But there's a big one in Portland where this movie has opened. We're in Los Angeles. We're in San Francisco. We're in New York City. We're in Boston. Tell me the list of you said you're in 10 cities. Where are you?
Yeah, well, you just listed most of them, and we're opening to expanding to another 10 cities: Austin and Denver. And,
we're on the air in Denver every day.
Yeah, we've got a number of them
Chicago.
coming to Chicago. It's one of those slow rollouts where word of mouth is doing it. You know, we've been in Portland and Seattle. We're kind of sticky. We stick around. You know,
that's great.
And the movie has a transformative power, and it's I appreciate the credit you give me, but it's really the principles that the movie talks about. You know, I was listening into your show while I was on hold, and this idea that something is wrong in the world is got a root fundamental starting point that we talk about. This ideology that allows us to take advantage of each other, that allows us to accumulate so much wealth. I was an accumulator and didn't see that there was another person on the other side that may have been harmed by that taking, if you will. And I think once we wake up to this ideology, we can shift that. You helped to wake me up, again, through your life and your writings. Last Hours of Ancient Sunlight was seminal for me after reading Ishmael. And I think when we wake up to that, we can shift things, and then policies will come. These policies that you want to happen can happen, you know? I think you're
absolutely right. And I believe personally that your movie, I Am, the documentary, IamTheDoc.com is the website. But the movie I Am by Tom Shadyac put this thing together. Produced, directed, all of the above? What's the word?
Yeah, I directed and wrote it. A friend who's been with me a while, Dagan Handy, produced it. I had a very small team, but you know, I was deeply involved in it, and it's partly my life journey.
And I got to tell you, I think that the feedback that I'm getting from people is that this movie is changing their lives. I mean, people that I know, hey, I saw you in this movie, and now I'm rethinking what I'm doing. What change happened in your life that caused you to wake up and radically change your lifestyle from this giant mansion to living far more humbly and to make this movie?
Well, honestly, you happened, and Howard Zinn happened, and Desmond Tutu happened, and the poetry of Coleman Barks happened, and all these people helped to wake me up, Daniel Quinn. And I'd always wanted to know what was true, and I think pretty much all of your audience, most of your audience, I even think across party lines, we want to know what's true. And so the more I opened myself up to what was true, the more I called in called into question how I behaved my life. I saw my moral life on one hand, which is don't store up treasures on earth. And with my right hand, I saw myself storing up lots of treasures on earth. Right. And my left hand, I saw my moral teaching saying, you cannot serve two masters, God and money. And then on my right hand, I saw myself kind of serving an economic system that served money. And so I wanted to eliminate that hypocrisy. Emerson talks about unity, integrity being when your life is unified. If you look at any drawer of your life, you should know who a person is. Right. And when I looked in certain drawers of my life, the mansion, the accumulation of wealth, the buying of so much stuff, the using of so much resources, I didn't see unity and integrity, and I wanted to shift that.
And you did. I mean, to your credit, there are so many people I know, or I have known over the years, who talk a good line but don't actually walk the walk. And you're doing it, Tom Shadyac.
Look, I appreciate it. I've got a lot further to go. I'm walking this imperfectly, but I hope I'm on my way to sharing more and being connected more and being a part of the solution.
This is, and we just have about 30 seconds left here. I just want to pitch this. This is such, and not because I'm in the movie, this is such an important movie. It actually, I'm speaking to my listeners here, this movie will change your life. This is one of those rare movies that will just deeply touch you and profoundly affect you. It's called I Am. Tom Shadyac is the director and writer of the movie, and it is. Where did I Am come from?
It came from it was serendipity. I know it's the original utterance of God in many faith traditions. However, it came as a very practical response to a question that I think people have to see the movie to find out why it's such an appropriate title.
Brilliant, Tom, and they should see the movie. And it's for those of you listening in Washington D.C., it's opening in the on the E Street. Is it the E Street Theater?
I think it's the E Street Theater. Yeah.
Great. That's just 2 blocks from my house. We go there often.
I'll see you for coffee.
Yeah, that would be great. Tom Shadyac, thanks for everything, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate you.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 866-987-THOM.
I am the doc, as in documentary.com is the website. I am the doc.com. Check it out for dates and times and places.